Zisukanyo's in. I see Sitimbele and I see. I'm not sure if this is Panduwazi. And then of course Beacon is also part of today's session.
Yes, correct. That's correct, sir. Good afternoon.
Ma'am, you may start in. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. We are going to look at an equation. Now, before this, we've been dealing with expressions where we, for example, did not have an equal to sign. So basically, an equation is developed when we, for example, have an expression equal to an expression. So, if, for example, we are given 3x plus 3 is equal to x plus 5, what we basically need to prove, grade 9s, is that we need to prove the left-hand side equal to the right-hand side. So we are given 3x plus 3 is equal to x plus 5. Now what we know and what our teachers have taught us is that letters on the one side and numbers on the other side, because we basically also need to balance it out and then solve for x in the end. But let's look at this. So if we are given 3x bags and we are given 3 balls, that's on the left hand side, and then on my right hand side I have x, which is 1 bag and 5 balls. So can you see, in mathematics we always balance it out. The left hand side must be equal to the right hand side. So let's simplify this. So if we are to solve for x, right, what I'm going to do is, or what we are used to, is I'm basically going to get rid of my x on my right hand side and take it over, and it becomes minus x. So basically I am removing an x bag. Are you following? Right? So then I therefore have 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. So what I did was I took the x on the right hand side and I brought it over to the left hand side, and 3x minus x, which is the same as 3x minus 1x, it's like terms, and therefore I got 2x. And now for my constant, my numbers. To get rid of the plus 3, I do the opposite operation. So I minus 3. Are you following? So I subtract 3. So basically I'm taking the 3 over, and so I basically have 5 minus 3, which therefore gives me 2. But now remember, I don't want 2x, I just want x. So to get rid of the 2, originally the 2 is multiplied. So to get rid of the 2, I do the opposite. I divide. And what I do on the one side, I do on the other side, because remember, it needs to balance out. And so if I divide both sides by 2, x is equal to 1. Now learners, what we can also do is the following. We can, for example, test. We can, for bracket, and I've already found the value of x, which was 1. Are you following? So I go 3x, which I know is now 3 times 1. And if I plus 3, it gives me 6. So if I substitute my x into my left hand side, I get 6. Let's see if it works for the right hand side as well. So on the right hand side, I have x plus 5. Right, so for my right hand side, let's put in 1 and see if we all get 6 for my right hand side. So I know my x is 1, and I have plus 5, and 1 plus 5 is also 6. So basically what I've now is proven that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Are we all following? Right, let's let's move along. Let's have a look at example 1, learners. In front of us we are given 6x plus 4 is equal to 2x minus 8. Now what is it that we know? We know that we have an equation, and also, learners, I forgot to mention that the highest degree or the highest power is 1. So in this case I need to of course have 1x root, because this is a linear equation, right? And so our first step is that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the 2x on the right hand side by subtracting by 2x both sides. Because remember what I said, what I do on the one side, I do on the other side. And so if I subtract 2x both sides, if I say 2x minus 2x on the right hand side, I now am going to get 0. Right? And if I do it on the left hand side and I say 6x minus 2x, I get 4x. Are you with me? Plus 4 is equal to negative 8. Now I'm going to take the 4 on the left hand side and I take it over to the right hand side, and if I do that, the sign changes. So to get rid of a 4, a plus 4, I need to minus a 4 on both sides. Are you with me? So let's go. So I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, and I will therefore have 4x is equal to minus 12, because minus 8 minus 4 is minus 12. Now I'm still not happy. Why is that? Because they asked me to solve for x and not for x. So I know that originally the 4 is multiplied by the x. To get rid of the 4, I do the opposite operation. I divide. Beautiful. And I divide by 4 both sides. And so therefore, if I do that, then negative 12 divided by 4 gives me negative 3. And that is my answer for x. Now learners, now you can actually go and test. You know, they're not asking you to do that, but just for your own development to see if I've done everything correctly, you can actually go and test it. Right, let's move. Next question. We are given negative x minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 20. What's our first thing when we see an equation? Letters on the one side, numbers on the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is on the right hand side, I see I have a 2x. So how am I going to get rid of that 2x? I am going to subtract 2x from both sides. Learners, I want you to work with me. And so if I do that, on the left hand side, I'm basically going to have minus 6x minus 2x, which gives me minus 8x. Minus 4 is equal to negative 20. Now, I want the minus 4 over to the other side, and to do that, I do the opposite operation. So to get rid of the minus 4, I need to add 4 on both sides. Because remember, in math, we always balance everything out. What I do on the left-hand side, I do on the right-hand side. And so if I do that, minus 20 minus 4 gives me, minus 4, apologies, I have minus 4. So to get rid of the minus 4, I need to add. So to take it over, I say minus 20 plus 4 gives me negative 16. And now I divide by negative 8 on both sides, and I know that a negative divided by a negative, so my result needs to be a, so I'm saying negative 16 divided by negative 8 gives me positive 2. And of course, I am going to test that by substituting it back into the original stop to see if my left hand side is equal to my right hand side. Right, let's move along to the next one, learners. Now, I know there might not be time for you to write everything down. If you can, use your sounds and take screenshots. Right, let's move. Okay, folks, they gave us an exercise. Now, I'm going to do the first one for you. You can do that on your own. Right, so we are given 6x equal to 2x minus 24. So let's quickly have a look at that. Right. So in front of us we have x equal, just go to the screen, right. So we have 6x is equal to 2x minus 24. Now what say? Let the one side numbers on the other side. I want to get rid of the x and I want to take it over to my left hand side. To get rid of that, I'm going to minus 2x. Are you with me? And when I turn the one side, 2 on my side. So I know that 2x minus 2x is going to give 0. So then therefore, you have negative 24 on the left hand side, and then on the left hand side, 6x minus 2x is 4x. Are you with me? And now my next step is to get rid of the 4. I do operate originally 4x means 4 times x. So to get rid of the 4, I'm going to divide. And 2 on the one side, I 2 on the other side. So my 4, so I'm left with x or 1x. But in maths we know there's an invisible 1 in front of my variable. And then on the right hand side, negative 20 divided by 4 gives me negative 6. Because a negative divided by positive gives me a negative. Right, learners, if you do this one, then you know what you can do for homework. So 1.2. We have 4x plus 2 is equal to 7x plus 23. Once again, now this is a linear equation. My highest power is 1. That means I need to have 1x root. Right? So I go left on the one side, number on the other side. First thing I'm going to do is to get rid of 7x on the right side and I want to take it over. So I know that I need to, it's a 7x, which means it's a plus, so to get rid of, I go minus x. And what I do on the one side, I do on the other side. And so if I do that, I know 7x minus x is going to give me 0. So on my right hand side, I have 3. And on my left, if I say 4 minus 7, these are my like terms, 4 minus 7 gives me negative 3x. Right? And then I mustn't forget about plus 2. Are you following? Now, what I do with my 2 is I can take my 2 over to the other side. And so if I want to do that, I subtract 2 and what I do on the one side, I do the other side. So 2 minus 2 is going to give me 0, so I will therefore just have left negative 3x. And then of course, on my right hand side, if I say 23 minus 2, I'm going to get 21. Beautiful. And my next step is, I do not want negative 3x, I want just x. So I'm going to divide by the full negative 3. And what I do on the one side, I do on the other side. Right? So let's go. Negative 3 will just give me 8. And then of course, 21 divided by 3 gives me another 7. Now learners, I'm not going to do the full exercise with you. You need to, of course, do it at home. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint presentation. So in front of you, can you please take a screenshot of what's presented to you? You can finish the rest. I will explain to you in today's session. Right, let's move along. Learners, if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. Now what I can do for you is, you see we already worked out the first one, which was minus 6, and then the second one was minus 7. Now I'm going to give you all the answers for the rest. So now you know more or less, if you get these answers at the end, you have worked correctly. Right, please take a screenshot, as there isn't a lot of time for us to write everything down. Must needs to move on. But this will also be made available to you. Right, let's look at example 3. Lovely, now we have brackets. And what comes to our mind when we see that we have brackets? We know immediately multiplication needs to come to our mind. So we first need to remove the brackets before we do anything. And remember what your teacher taught you is that whatever is outside of the bracket, you need to multiply with what is inside before we can even go and solve for x. So I have 6, and inside of my brackets I have x minus 2, and then on my right hand side I have 2 minus 2 in brackets x minus 5. So I first need to remove my brackets, right? So I go 6 times x gives me 6x. 6 times minus 2 gives me minus 12. Beautiful. And then minus 2 times x gives me minus 2x. And minus 2 times minus 5. A negative times a negative is a positive. Beautiful. Right. So there we go. We therefore have 6x minus 12 is equal to 2 minus 2x plus 10. Now I'm happy because now I can solve. Letters on the one side, numbers on the other side. Right. So I can see here that on my right hand side I have minus 2x. So if I'm going to take it over, I'm going to add 2x. And I'm going to add 2x on both sides. Right? And then also on the left hand side I have a minus 12. So I also, to get rid of the minus 12, I need to do the opposite operation where I need to add the 12. I hope that you are also following. Learners, if you do have any questions or if you want to ask me anything, please comment in the comment section or the chat section. Right, let's move. And so if I do that, I take the 2x over, it becomes plus 2x. 6 plus 2 is 8, so on the left hand side I will have 8x, and then on the right hand side I have 2 plus 10 plus 12, which will therefore give me 24. And my next step is I am going to divide by 8 both sides, and so 24 divided by 8 gives me 3. And I have solved for x. And remember what Miss said, a way to test if you've worked correctly is if you substitute the x back into the top equation. Right, learners? You can take a screenshot of this if you haven't written it down. And then we can move on to the next example. Right, let's look at example number 4. Oh, lovely, we have brackets again, but we have a square. So we know that if we have a square, it means 2 of the same. So I know I'm going to be having to expand that by x minus 3 and another x minus 3. And so now, learners, I need to multiply out because I need to remove my brackets. Right, and this is where we did finding the products a few weeks back, remember? So, right, let's go. And if we do that, we need to say x times x gives me x squared. X times minus 3 gives me minus 3x. And so if we do that by removing the brackets, x times x, minus 3 times minus 3, x times x, and then, yes, we multiply out. And so we get x squared minus 6x plus 9. And then x times x is x squared minus 5x. And now I can solve for x. Letters on the one side, numbers on the other. If I take my x squared over, I need to subtract it both sides. Are you with me? My plus 9 on the left hand side, I need to take over, and so I'm going to subtract the 9. And also the minus 5x on the right hand side, I'm going to need to take over to my left hand side. And that means I need to add 5x. And if I do that, I end up getting negative x, because minus x squared minus x squared gives me a 0, and minus 6x plus 5x gives me negative 1. And on my right hand side I have negative 9. But learners, I'm not happy because they did not ask me to simplify and solve negative x. How do I get rid of the negative? I need to divide by -1 or divide by a negative, because remember, we know that there's an invisible 1 in front of my variable. So basically this here is -1x. So to get rid of the -1, I'm going to divide by my -1 so that it can be a positive x. And so of course my signs change. So -9 divided by -1 gives me a positive 9. Well done, learners. Right, so let's do exercise 2.1. Now learners, I'm going to do the first one with you, and then you can finish the rest on your own for homework. Right, so let's have a look at the first one. We are given 5, open brackets, x minus 1, and I want you to work this one out with Miss. Right, so let's have a look at 2.1, and I want you to work with me. So what did we say? We said that when we have brackets, we need to ensure that we multiply. 5x is going to give me 5x. Then 5 times 1 will give me -5. Right? Now I go to my right side. Remember, learners, this is my left hand side and this is my right hand side. I put it down. I bring x down, but I can see that -2 is applied by x minus 2, so I get rid of my bracket. So let's go. -2 times x will then give me -2x. And then -2 times -2, a negative, give me positive, beautiful. And of course, now 2 times 2 is 4. So now that looks promising, because now I can go letters on the one side, number the other side. So let's go. On my left hand side, I have 5x. Now I want to get rid of that x. Now to get rid of that x, I do minus the x so that it can cancel out. But remember, what I do on the one side, I do on the other side. Beautiful. And here's another one. I have a -x, so to get rid of -2, I do +2 on one side and on my other side. Right, so that also cancel. Then on my right hand side, originally I had the 3 and I had the 4. So now I need to take my -5 and I need to take it over. Right? So when I do that, I do the opposite operation. So the -5 will then become +5 on the left hand side and +5 on the right hand side. So -5 plus 5 is then going to cancel and gives a no. Now I can simplify. Okay, let's see what I have. 5 plus 2 is 7. My 1 is 6. I have 6x because there's an invisible 1 in front of the x. Then on the right hand side, I add all of this. This is quite easy. So I go 4 is 7. Plus 5 gives me 12. And now my next step is I am going to divide both sides by 6. And so my final answer is therefore 12 divided by 6 gives me 2. And I'm happy. Right, learners? So now you can finish off the rest on your own. I'm just going to go back to it. And then you can take a screenshot, and of course from there you can do your homework. Right, let's move along to the next set of information. And okay, what I can do, the same thing here. Can you see we got to an answer of x is equal to 2. I'm also going to provide you with the answers of this. And you obviously now know, if you get to these answers on the right hand side, you know that you've worked correctly. Right, learners, I hope that you are enjoying the session and we can now move along. Oh, when we see a fraction, what happens? We get scared. No! We shouldn't let a fraction scare us. All we do here is we look for our LCD, our lowest common denominator. Now, if I look at the 3 terms that's represented, the 4 terms that is represented, we have 3 over 2x plus 2 over 3 is equal to, on the right hand side, we have x minus 5 over 6. So I can see that I have 2, I have 3, and I have 6. So I need to multiply each term by my LCD. But if I look at this over here, what is my LCD? What number can divide into all 3 denominators? 6 is my LCD. So what I do is 6 can divide into itself, it can divide into 3, and it can divide into 2. Right? So now I am going to multiply each term by my LCD. And so if I do that, I then get 18, because 3 times 6 will give me 18x divided by 2, plus 2 over 3 times x. 2 times 6 is 12, so I will have 12 over 3. And on my right hand side, 6 times x will then just give me 6x minus 5 times 6 is 30 divided by 6. Now I can easily go and I can simplify. Right, so let's do that. If I simplify, 18 divided by 2 is going to give me 9. 12 divided by 3 gives me 4. On my right hand side I have 6x, and 30 divided by 6 gives me 5, and please I had a negative, so I bring down my negative 5. Now this is easy for us. Letters on the one side, numbers on the other side. So if I take my 6 over to the left hand side, because I want to get rid of the 6x, I do the opposite operation. I'm going to subtract by 6x. And then of course my 4 I'm going to take over, and of course what happens to the 4? It becomes a minus. Are you with me? So 3x minus 6x will give me 3x, and then on the right hand side I have minus 5. If I take the 4 over, we say that's minus 4. So minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9. And of course I now will divide both sides by 3. And so minus 9 divided by 3 gives me negative 3. And there we go. Nice. So learners, do not get afraid of a fraction. And the only way you're going to conquer that fear is if you're going to practice. Practice makes perfect, learners. Right, let's move on to the next question. Example 6. Another fraction. Learners, can I give you a minute to quickly work this one out? Thank you. A minute. Right, learners, let's move. So, what is my LCD? Have you worked it out? What can... 12. Beautiful. 12 is my LCD, and I need to multiply each term by my LCD. And so if I do that, I get 12x plus 2 over 4 minus 12x minus 6 over 3 divided by 3 is equal to, now remember I took the half and I times that by 12, so 12 divided by 2 then gave me the 6 on the right hand side. Now I can simplify this. Let's get rid of the fraction. 12 divided by 4 is going to give me 3. So I'm left with 3 in brackets x plus 2, and then 12 divided by negative 3 gives me negative 4. And then of course on the right hand side I had my 6, so that stays the same. Now I know my next step is I need to remove, right? I need to remove my brackets by multiplying out. And so if I do that, I get 3x plus 6 minus 4x plus 24, because negative 4 times negative 6 gives me a positive 24 is equal to 6. And now I go letters on the one side, numbers on the other side. So I can see on my left hand side I already have 3x minus 4x, so that's going to stay on my left hand side, and I'm going to take my 6 and my 24 over, and of course the sign is going to change because it's plus on the left hand side. If I take it over, it becomes a minus. And so if I do that, I get negative 1x is equal to negative 4. Now remember, we do not want a negative x, we want a positive x. So to get rid of that, I need to divide by negative 1. We did that, and so the sign changes, right? Learners, take a screenshot. We are now going to move on to the next one. Right, another fraction. I love this. You see, we're becoming more confident now. Same thing. First, find your LCD and then multiply each term by your LCD. Then you simplify from there. Remove your brackets. Letters on the one side, numbers on the other side, and solve for x. I'm giving you less than a minute to finish that. Remember, you need to multiply each term with my lowest common denominator, my LCD. And my LCD is 15. Why is that? 15 goes into itself, right? Are you with me? Yes. 5 can divide into 15 and 3. Right, so if I do that, of course, I get 3x minus 1. Minus 5x plus 2 is equal to x. Right, because remember I multiplied. And of course, we immediately just got rid of the denominators by saying 15 divided by 5 gave me 3. That's how I got to the 3. Are you with me? 3 in brackets x minus 1. And then we also said 15 divided by negative 3 gives me negative 5. Are you with me? And of course, 15 divided by my denominator, which was already 15, then cancelled, and it just gave me x on the right hand side. And so now I can multiply out. We know that. Simplify. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Work with me, learners. Minus 5 times x is minus 5x. And minus 5 times 2 is minus 10 is equal to x. And once again, letters on the one side, numbers on the other. And if I do that, I get negative 3x. And on my right hand side, I'm going to have 13. Because I can already see that on my left hand side, I had a negative 3 and a negative 10. Which gave me negative 13. So if I take it over, of course, it gives me positive 13. Right? And of course, 2 minus 5. Sorry, 3. Yes, 3 minus 5. And so therefore, x is equal to negative 13 over 3. Learners, are you seeing that there's a little mistake over here? Because 3 minus 5 is not negative 3. It's negative 2. Apologies for that. So therefore your final answer will then be negative 13 over 2. It will be a 2 and not a 3 because 3 minus 5 is 2. And of course you can simplify. Right, there we go. There's an exercise over there and you can do that for homework. We can touch on the first one, right? We can have a look at the first one and then we can move along. So let's look at the first one. I'm going to write it down quickly, which is x plus 1 divided by 2 plus x divided by 3 is equal to 1. So let's do 3.1 together and then you can finish the rest. Right, learners, let's have a look at this one over here. So firstly, I need to look at what is my LCD. What can divide into 3 or what number can I use that where 3 can go into and 2? 6. LCD we know is 6, so I need to times by 6. Are you with me? So I use the first term times 6, the second term times 6, and my right hand side times 6, because remember learners, what I do on my left hand side, I must do on the right hand side. So let's define that. It will then be 6, right? Open brackets, x plus 1 divided by 2, I'm doing it a long way, plus 6 times x is 6x. In maths, we always put number first, then the letter. We won't say x6, we say 6x. It just, sounds better. Divided by 3. And then on the right hand side, 1 times 6 will stay 6. Now if I simplify this, 6 divided by 2 will then give me 3. So I will have 3x plus 1. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2x. And then on my right hand side, I have 6. If I simplify, 3 times x gives me 3x. And 3 times 1 gives me 3. Beautiful. And then I bring down my plus 2x. And then on the right I have a 6. Now we know letters on the one side, numbers on the other side. So on my left hand side I have a 3 and a 2. And if I add those 2 it gives me 5x. On the right hand side I have 6. Now remember, on the left hand side I also have a whole number. To get rid of that, I subtract, so it becomes minus 3. So that's why it gives me 0. And what I do on the one side, to the other side. Right? So minus 3 is 3. So I'm left with 5x is equal to 3. What's my next step? I need to divide both sides by 5. Right? So my 5's cancel and x is equal to 3 over 5. And I'm happy, learners. I'm happy. I hope that you are still awake and you are with me. Okay, learners, let's move along. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint presentation. I hope that you are enjoying the session. Like Ms. said, it's very important that you screenshot these exercises. Exercise 3, and I'm also giving you the final answer. So now when you do your homework, and you will also know that if I get my answer on the right hand side, I've worked correctly. If you do have any questions, please feel free to ask me, or you can ask your teacher. Right, let's move. Right, now we're going to go to a quadratic equation. Now learners, what makes a linear equation different to a quadratic equation? Now with a linear equation, learners, our highest power was 1. And that means we were then supposed to get 1x root. With quadratic will mean that we need to have 2x values. Are you with me? And that's mostly in the case where we have the x squares. You with me? Here we just had x and we got 1 value for x. For the quadratic, we will have 2x roots. So if, for example, we are given a times b, then it means that a equals 0 or b equals 0. Learners, not and, a or b. So when we have our 2x roots, we will say x is equal to a number or x is equal to another number. Right, so let's look at an example. In front of us, exercise 8.1, we have x in brackets x minus 3 is equal to 0. So what we're going to say is that my x that's outside of my bracket will be equal to 0, or my what's inside of my bracket, which is x minus 3, is equal to 0. Right? And of course I can see that my second equation, I can simplify, I can take that minus 3 over and it becomes a positive 3. So can you see now I have 2 x roots. Let's do the next example. Oh lovely, this is nice. We have 2 brackets. So basically the first bracket will be equal to 0 and, the second bracket. So I'm going to say x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 1 is equal to 0. And can I see I now have 2 equations, 2 linear equations. So if I take my minus 2 over, it becomes if I take my plus 2 over, it becomes a minus 2. And if I take my minus 1 over, it becomes a plus 1. Remember, it's already minus 1 on the left hand side. So if I take it over, it becomes a plus. And of course, learners, let's quickly test it. Right, let's test it. Let's go to our calculators quickly and see if this statement is true. Right, we have some time. Let's look at 8.1 quickly. Go to your calculators. And so whatever the value of x is, we are either going to substitute 0 or we are going to substitute 3. And if we get our right hand side, because remember our right hand side is north. So let's test it quickly. Let's test it quickly. Right, so in my calculator, I'm going to say, I know my value for the first one, so that was 0. In brackets, it will be 0 minus 3. Right? And so of course I'm going to get north. So can you see? My left hand side is equal to my right hand side. Let's substitute the other value because remember, we didn't only get 1 x root, we got 3 as well. Right? So let's go to the 3. So let's take the north away and put 3 in place. Okay, let's see what we get. Beautiful, we get 0. So can you see, our left hand side is equal to our right hand side. So we have worked correctly. That's just the way, learners, that you can test to see if you have worked correctly. Right, let's move back to our PowerPoint. Okay, there's another one. Lovely. We have 2x minus 1 and then we have x plus 4. The same thing will apply over here. 2x minus 1 will be equal to 0 or x plus 4 is equal to 0. We have 2 equations. Let's simplify. Now the first equation we can see, if I'm going to take my 1 over, it's going to become a plus 1, and of course I do not want 2x, I just want x, so I'm going to divide by 2. So therefore I will get a half. And then for my second equation, if I take my plus 4 over, it becomes a minus 4. And of course, you can substitute that back into your your equation to see if you have worked correctly. Right, take a screenshot. And then also, let's look at 8.4. We have a few minutes left, learners. Now we can see that we can take out a common factor. Now what's common here is x. X is our common factor. So if I take out x, I have left x minus 6. So therefore I can say x is equal to 0 or x minus 6 is equal to 0. And if I take the minus 6 over, it becomes a positive 6. Right, learners, let's move along. Oh, lovely. Do you remember your factorization? The first one we dealt with common factor. Doesn't this one ring a bell? This looks like two perfect squares. So we're going to implement difference of two squares. Can you see we're linking old knowledge to new knowledge? And that becomes so exciting. Right? So I can therefore say x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. And so my final answers will be, if I take my plus 2 over, it becomes a minus. And if I take my minus 2 over, it becomes a plus. Oh, 8.6. Quadratic trinomial. Are you with me? I can factorize that. Remember, I looked at my last term. I did the session on this last week. I look at my last term. What are my factors of minus 12? That will give me minus 1. Right? Minus 4 and 3. Because minus 4 plus 3 gives me negative 1. And minus 4 times positive 3 gives me negative 12. And so if I simplify that, I end up getting x is equal to 4 and x is equal to minus 3. Now, my example 8, we are familiar with because that is my factorization. Right, learners, we have dealt with this work. Please take a screenshot. We have 5 minutes left. Okay, dokes. This is our last part that we're going to do today. I want you to take a screenshot of this. This is your homework. I will focus on doing the first one with you, and then the rest you on your own. We can maybe see how far we get. Let's do 4.1 quickly. We have x. We have x minus 5 is equal to 0. Right? Take a screenshot of this, learners. This is your homework. Okay, let's look at this. What did we say? We said that the x will be equal to the 0. So x is equal to 0. Or what's inside of my bracket will also be equal to 0. So x minus 5 is equal to 0. And to get rid of the minus 5, I take it over. And the sign changes. Or basically what I do on the one side, I do on the other side. So over here, I'm going to have x is equal to 5. Okay, just quickly write the last part of the work down or screenshot it. Learners, that comes to the end of our session. I hope that you have enjoyed this hour. Please, learners, it's important you are writing exams soon, and I'm sure these topics are going to be tested. So it's important that you study. Remember that practice makes perfect. And also, I'm just going to exit this over here. And is there anyone with questions? I want to say thank you very much for being in the session today. If you don't have any questions, then I would like to say thank you very, very much.